So first, what I'll do is let me create a folder inside which I'll have the projects. So where have you been running the JavaScript files till now? Using what? Are you using Visual Studio Code? Hello. Have you been using Visual Studio Code or are you using Notepad++? What is
Visual Studio Code, sir.
okay, fine. So for that, what do I do here? Here, in the address bar, I just type cmd and then I write code space dot. Okay, and I press enter. Visual Studio Code opens up. Okay, fine. Now this folder is empty. Let me create a file. So first, let me create one file called operators.html. Okay, fine. So let me create the tags, HTML tag, and then a head tag. I think you are familiar with these elements: HTML element, head element.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the body element. So inside the body element, let me write the script tag. Okay. So, for example, let's see the addition operator. So, addition operator. Okay. So what this addition operator does, it will help us to add two numbers. If we are working with numbers, it will help us to add the two numbers. So for example, where x is equal to 28 and where y is equal to 34. Okay. If I want to add these two numbers, what do I do? First, we can do many things. So let me do one thing. Let me take another variable where z is equal to x plus y. So what will this expression do? X plus y. This is an expression. What will this expression do? It will add x and y. Okay. And we can print the value of z in the console. Okay. So let me try to do that. Console.logout z, because what does z contain? Z contains the sum of the two numbers. Okay. So let me save this and run this. Okay, just give me 1 second. Okay, sir is calling me. Just 1 second. So we go to our folder. So this was the file. I double click and it will open in the browser. Okay, so now what do I get here in the console? I can see I got 62. That means that is the sum of the two numbers 28 and 34, which was stored in z. Okay, z contains the sum of the two numbers. So when we printed it, we got the sum. So in the same way, we can add we can add two numbers in some different way as well. Let me show you. So let's say where a is equal to 12 and where b is equal to 14. Okay, so what do I do is I write in the earlier case, what did I do? In the earlier case, what did we do is we stored the sum of the two numbers in a new variable, and then we printed that number. We printed that variable, isn't it? That was Z. But without doing this also, we can find the sum, or we can print the sum. So instead of storing it in a new variable, let me do one thing. Directly, let me print the sum. Console.log of A plus B. So this will also print the sum of the two numbers. The same thing was done here. So this method and this method is totally correct and totally same. They're totally the same. Okay. The difference is here I'm storing it in a new variable, but here I'm not storing it in a new variable. Okay. Here what was happening, this x plus y is an expression. This expression is telling us to add the two numbers and then store the sum of the two numbers in a z, and we were printing the z. But here what we are doing, we are directly printing the expression. What is the expression? A plus b. And what is it saying? A plus b is telling us to add the two numbers and print it directly. Okay. So let me save this, go to the browser and reload it. So I got here 62, that is the previous console.log statement. This is the console.log z is the 62, and the 26 means console.log of a plus b. Okay, we got both the console.log statements in the console. Now you can see where is this console.log? It is at line number 9. And what is this console.log? It's at line number 13. So that means 9 and 13. In the browser also you can see the 62 is being shown here, line number 9, and 26 is being shown here, line number 13. Okay, this is how you will recognize which console.log statement this one is. Suppose I have more than one console. So in this file, I have two console.log statements. So how will you know which one is giving us which output? So for that, you just observe the line number and you can get it here. Okay, so that means both these two things are same, but the way of printing it is different. Okay, okay. Now this plus operator is able to add these two numbers because it is able to give us the sum of these numbers because we are using numbers. But what will happen if we use strings? I hope he talked about data types. So this 28 is of data type. What is the data type of 28? Hello, can you tell me?
Number.
Number. Yes, we don't have int in JavaScript. We have number. Okay, this 34 is also a number. 12 is also a number. 14 is also a number. Okay, but what about let's say Hyderabad? I write like this, where, so this, what is this known as? This is known as the variable name, but you can say it is a variable name, but the correct word is identifier. This X is an identifier. Okay, so this identifier can be anything. It may be ABC, XYZ, or some other variable also, like ABC, where ABC, it can be ABC also. Okay, so where ABC, or let me write here where city is equal to Hyderabad. So what is this data type?
String.
String. Okay, so what happens when we try to add when we try to use the plus operator with strings? With numbers, we have seen that if we use the plus operator with numbers, it will give us the sum of the two numbers. But what will happen if we try to use the what is it called? If we use the plus operator with strings, let me see that. Okay, so let me write here where city is equal to Hyderabad, and where district is equal to Ranga Reddy. Okay. So let me try to use the plus operator with these two strings. Let me try to do city plus district. What will happen? So let me write console.logout city plus district. Okay. What do I get in the output? So here I reload the page. I got Hyderabad Ranga Reddy together. Can you see? Let me not confuse you with the space. Let me do something like this. And instead of city, let me write here something like D1 and var D2. Okay, so this, as I told you, the identifier can be anything. You can write whatever you want. Okay, but there are certain rules for writing the identifier. You will come to know later on what are the rules for writing that. But for now, you just think that we can write anything. Maybe X, Y, Z, A, B, C, A, B, C, D1, D2, anything. Okay, so when I write here console.log of D1 plus D2, what will happen when we try to use the plus operator with strings? It will give us something like this, Rangareddy. We got it together. So here it is also something like adding the two strings, but this is not known as adding. This is known as concatenating. Okay, so that's why when we use the plus operator with strings, it is known as concatenation operator. Okay, when we are using it with numbers, like here, whatever we were doing, it is known as the addition operator. But when we use it with strings, it is known as concatenation. Okay, I hope it is clear. Okay, so we will discuss about concatenation more later on when we face some other problems. So, but for now, just think that, just get it in your mind that when we use it with strings, it will concatenate or it will join the two strings. Okay, fine. Then let's come back to numbers. We have the subtraction operator. Okay, okay. Okay, and so let's say I have a where r is equal to 98 and where s is equal to 10. Okay, so what will the subtraction operator do? It will subtract the two numbers provided to the operator. Okay, so let's say where t is equal to r minus s, console.log of t. So what do I get here? T means r minus s, so that means 98 minus 10. So the answer should be 88, isn't it? Yes, I got the 88 here. So we are able to find the difference between two numbers using the minus or subtraction operator. Okay, so just like that, we have the multiplication operator. Multiplication operator or product operator, whatever you say. So let's say where m is equal to 24, let's say 16, and where n is equal to 4. and I do console.log of m. So how does the multiplication operator look like? It is not like the x that we write on paper. It is a star. Okay, star means multiplication. M star n, or it is not the star, actually it is known as asterisk. Okay, so this asterisk is known as the multiplication operator or the product operator. So when we do m asterisk n, what it will do? It will do m into n. So what is m into n? 16 is to 4 is 64. Okay, so if I write console.log of m into n, I should get 64. Yes, I got the 64 here. Okay, so this way you can use the multiplication operator as then we have the division operator. So how does the division operator look like? Division operator is nothing but a slash. Okay, we write 1 by 2, 3 by 4, isn't it? So there we can write the slash as well. So that same slash can be used for the division operator. We don't have the divide symbol here. We have the slash operator. Okay, so let's say where u is equal to 36 and where v is equal to 3. Okay, so what will happen now? Where w is equal to u by v. Please notice that I'm using the slash operator. So when I write u slash v, that means divide u by v. That means, okay. So if I print the value console.log of w, what should I get? I should get 36 by 3 is 12. Okay. Okay, I got 12. That is fine. But let's say I write something like 37 by 3. What should be the value of 37 by 3? If we divide normally, I should get it in decimal number, isn't it? 12 point something. So let's see whether the division operator is able to print the number in decimal point or not. Let's see that. Save it, go to the browser and reload. Yes, I got it. 12.333333, like that. Okay, so that means it is able to divide numbers which are not perfectly divisible by a number. Okay, let me write here 40. Hmm, 13.3333. Okay, so this way we can get the what it is called. This is actually called a quotient, isn't it? Let me show you. Hmm. So normally what do? We divide like this on paper. So let's say we have 36. We divide by 3. 3 1 3, and then we get the 6 here. 3 2 6, and when the remainder is 0, we just stop it, isn't it? So here this 3 is known as the divisor, isn't it? This 36 is known as the dividend, and this 12, what is this 12? This 12 is known as the quotient, isn't it? Which is known as quotient, isn't it? This is known as divisor, and this one is known as dividend. So what is this divide operator that we are using? What is this slash operator actually giving us in W? It is giving us the quotient. It is giving us this 12. If it is in decimal number, then also it is the quotient, isn't it? If I divide 37 by 3, I am getting 12.3333 as the quotient. Okay, so that means this divide operator is helping us to get the quotient. Okay, but let's say what will happen if I don't want the quotient? Let's say I want the remainder. Then what can we do? Because this divide operator is only giving us the quotient. It is not giving us the remainder. Then what to do? So for that also we have another operator known as the modulus operator. Okay, we have a modulus operator that looks, how does it look like? It looks like this percent symbol. Okay, so what this percent symbol will do, it will help us to get the remainder and not the quotient. Okay, it will never give us the quotient, it will give us the remainder when we divide one number by another. Okay, let's see that. So where 236, sorry, where num means number, some number, anything. So where num is equal to 236 and where divisor, so where d is equal to, let's say 10. Okay, where num equal to 236, where d is equal to 10. Okay, or maybe let me use a 2-digit number, 23. Now I want to divide it 23 by 10. Okay, 23 by 10, and I want to get the remainder. Okay, so let's see where rem means remainder. So where rem is equal to 23 modulus, sorry, num modulus d. Okay, if I write like this, what will happen? This expression num modulus num percent d or num modulus d, what is the meaning of this? It is telling the computer to divide the 23 by 10 and then give us the remainder. So what will happen if we divide 23 by 10? I will get 10 into 2, 20, and I will get the 3 as remainder, isn't it? So that 3 will be stored in rem. So let us print the rem, console.log of rem. Okay, so let's see what I'm getting. Yes, I got the 3 as the remainder at the last. Can you see? So this way we can get the remainder as. Okay, so 10 into 2, 20, and 3 is the remainder. Okay, so these are the basic mathematical operators or arithmetic operators that we have in JavaScript. More operators are there, but for now let us see only these operators. It will help us to do arithmetic operations if we need in our programs. Okay, so let's say we want to add two numbers, we want to multiply two numbers, we want to divide some number by some other number, so we need all these operators. Okay, even we need the modulus operator sometimes. Okay, so how can I tell you where do we need this modulus operator? This modulus operator is used in a lot of ways. You may think that this is a totally useless operator, Why do we need to know the remainder? In maths, we never try to get the remainder, isn't it? Whatever maths you have studied till now, let's say you studied the school mathematics, college mathematics, or even the engineering mathematics, we never find the remainder, isn't it? But this remainder may be very useful at some point of time. Let's say, if you observe carefully, what is this in this scenario? What we are doing when we are dividing 23 by 10 and then getting the remainder, what is it giving as the output? It is giving us 3. That means it is giving us the last digit. So let me write here 237. If I write 237, what am I getting? I'm getting 7. So again, it is giving us the last digit. Okay. If I write here 2376538 1, even then it is giving us the 1. That means it is giving us the last digit. So that is a very important use case scenario where this modulus operator is helping us to get the last digit of a number. So if there is a problem where you want to find the last digit of a number, what you will do? You will divide the number by 10 and then get the remainder. Okay, that is the logic to get the last digit of a number. So whatever be the number, num mod modulus 10. If you do like that, you will always get the last digit. Whatever be the number, even if it is 2-digit number or even if it is 10-digit number, you will get always the last digit. If you want last 2 digits, let's say I want 81 from here, then I need to put here 100. If I divide it by 100 and get the remainder, I'll get 81. You can see it here. I got 81 here. Okay. So if you use the modulus operator and 100, you will always get the last 2 digits. Okay. So this way, the modulus operator can be useful at some point of time. Okay. Okay. So these are the basic mathematical or arithmetic operators. And you can observe one thing here, whatever operators we are using. So let's say first the addition operator or the concatenation, which are same. Here what we were doing, we were using the operator in between two numbers. Can you see? We are writing x plus y. We are not writing x plus only. We are writing x plus y. That means we are using two variables, that is two values, x and y, along with the operator. We are writing the plus in between x and y. In the same way, we are writing the plus operator with in between a and b. Okay, we are writing d1 plus d2. The same thing we are doing it for subtraction, r minus s. Okay, here we are doing m into n. Again, we are having two values. For dividing also, we are having two values, u slash b. Here also num modulus d. So that means these operators are actually to work correctly, they need two values, isn't it? One at the beginning and the other at the end, isn't it? So they need, so that means they always need two values. So that's why these operators are known as binary operators. Okay, binary operators. Okay, why binary operator? Binary means two. Okay, so that means they need two values to apply that operation. Okay, okay, fine. Now now let's see something more. Suppose you don't know how to use this, you don't know this multiplication operator, then what will do? So what is multiplication? In maths, in basic math, in school maths, we have learned that multiplication is nothing but repeated addition, isn't it? So let me have something like this, where where P is equal to 2 into 3. What is the meaning of this? 2 into 3 means we learn in school that add 2 3 times, isn't it? So let's say I can do something like this. First, I will do 0 plus 2. What do I get? I get 2. Again, I write 2 plus 2, and then I get 4, and then I write 4 plus 2, and then I get 6. So when I add 2 3 times like this to 0, we get 6. That means, that is, in short, we can say that that is 2 into 3, isn't it? So if you don't know the multiplication operator, what you have to do? You have to add it 3 times like this. To make it short, we have this multiplication operator. Okay. Okay. In the same way, division is nothing but a repeated subtraction. Okay. The number 40, we have the number 40. How many times will you can you subtract 3 from it so that it will become 0? So let's say we have the number 6. 6 by 3. That means, how many times will you divide, how many times will you subtract 3 from 6 so that it will become 0? First time I wrote 6 minus 3, I got 3. Again, from that 3, if I divide one more 3, I will get 0. So that means 2 times if I divide 3 from 6, I'll get 0, isn't it? 6 minus 3 is equal to 3. 3 minus 3 is equal to 0. So that means 2 is the answer. 2 times if I subtract 3 from 6, I get 0. So this way, these multiplication and division operators help us to make the coding little bit less. Okay. Okay. Fine. Now what about combining these operators? Can we combine these operators? Let's see. Let's say we have where Q is equal to 12, where T, do we have the T here? Yes, we had the T. Let me use some other, where I is equal to 6, and then where J is equal to 3. Okay. So let me do something like console.log of Q plus I minus J. Is this possible? Will this work or not? What is Q plus I? Q plus I means 12 plus 6, that is 18, minus J. 18 minus 3 is 15. So let's say, is JavaScript able to do this? Yes, it is giving us 15. So that means we can combine our arithmetic operators as well. Okay. Q plus I plus minus into divide, everything can be combined. Okay. Okay. So that is one thing. Then okay. So that means we can combine the operators as well. Okay. So now, as I told you, these all operators are binary operators. That means they are working on 2 values, isn't it? Here it may look like it is working on 3 values, but it is not actually 3 values. You can see the individual operators, because here we are not using one operator, we are using 2 operators. For example, this plus and minus. This plus is actually working on 2 operators, not on 3. The plus is working on q and I, isn't it? And what is this minus doing? It is also working on two operators. First value is q plus I, whatever value we are getting from q plus I. Q plus I is giving us 18. So minus is actually working on 18 and j, which is 3, 18 and 3. Okay. It is not like it is working on three operators, three values. Okay. It is not working on three numbers. It is also working on two numbers only. The first is plus is also working on two numbers, minus is also working on two numbers. So they are still binary operators. They are not something like three number operator or something like that. Okay. So we also have one operator that works on three numbers or three values. Okay. That is known as a ternary operator. Ternary operator. Ternary means three. Okay. Binary means two, ternary means three. So what is this ternary operator? Let's see. So let me define it first. This ternary operator is used to check for a condition in JavaScript. Okay. Suppose we want to check whether 1 plus 2 is equal to 3 or not. If adding 1 plus 2 is giving 4, that means it is not correct, isn't it? 1 plus 2 should be 3. If it is 3, then say that yes, it is correct. If it is giving 4, then say no, it is not correct. So in that process, what we are doing, we are checking whether 1 plus 2 is giving us 3 or not. Okay. Or let's say we have any two numbers. We have var A and var B. When you add the two numbers, if it is less than 5, then say it is okay. If it is more than 5, it is not okay. So we have to check it, right? Whether the sum is giving us 5 or not, 5 or less than 5 or not. If it is giving more than 5, we can print no, it is not okay. Okay. So let's see how do we use that ternary operator to check some conditions. So we will take a small example, that is the adding two numbers. Okay. So let's say var num1, that is maybe some number 1, where num1 is equal to 2 and where num2 is equal to some 6. Okay, let me use 3 and 6. Okay, let's say now we are putting 3 and 6, but maybe we don't know what is num1 and num2. We don't know the value. We just want to check whether the sum is giving us 9 or not. Okay, so let's use that ternary operator. So let's say var check. Okay, var check is equal to num1 plus num2. Okay, so first we will add the two numbers. To check the sum, first we have to add the two numbers. First we will do 3 plus 6. Okay, we got 9. Now we will check whether it is true or whether it is giving us 9 or not. So for that, what we do, num1 plus num2, and then we give a, so let me give some parentheses like this, not to confuse you, just to make you understand. So num1 plus num2, and then we'll put a question mark here. What is this question mark? This question mark is known as the ternary operator that works on three values. Okay. So num1 plus num2 question mark, and then we will what it is called, we will do what we want. So now this question mark will check. So num1 plus num2 is we are adding the number, and then what we want to check, we want to check if it is equal to 9 or not. Okay, so I didn't tell you how do we use that checking part, isn't it, directly, but for now, just for now, think that double equal to num1 plus num2 double equal to. We have a double equal to operator which will help us to check. Okay, we will see that after this example. We'll see what is this double equal to, what is triple equal to, some more things are there, but now just don't get confused. Just try to understand that double equal to means we are checking. Okay, num1 plus num2 double equal to, let's say, 9. Okay, so what is this part doing? It is checking whether num1 plus num2 is giving us 9 or not. Okay, and this question mark is checking the condition, and it will give us either true or false. Okay, so can you tell me what is the value? Is it true or false? Now num1 plus num2 double equal to 9, is it true or false? Hello?
True, it is true.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it is true now, isn't it? So after this question mark, we have to write two things. First thing is, if it is true, what I want to do. If it is false, what do I want to do? Okay, so there is a first part. So here I can write here console. So the first part after the question mark is to be done when it is true. So console.log of, let me write it is okay. Okay, if it is true, I'll print it is okay. And after that, we have to write what will happen if it is false. So the false part we write using a colon. Okay, like this. After the colon, whatever you write, that will happen if it is false. Okay, console.log of it is not okay. Okay, or I can write something is wrong. Okay. Okay, so what is this line doing? First, it is checking num1 plus num2 is equal to 9 or not. If it is true, then it will do this thing. It will print okay, it is okay. If it is false, it will say something is wrong. Okay, let's check this. Let's save this, go to the browser and reload it. So I'm getting it is okay here. Okay, now let me try to change the code little bit. Let me put here, instead of 3, let me write 4. What will happen? It will again check for this condition num1 plus num2. When it does num1 plus num2, it will get 10, isn't it? But 10 is not equal to 9, isn't it? So it will not give us this true part. It will go for the false part. Okay, isn't it? Are you getting it? Num1 plus num2 will give us 10 here. It will not give us 9 now. So that 10 is not equal to 9. So if we save this, go to the browser, I can see something is wrong is printed in the console. Okay, so this way, this ternary operator can be used to check a condition, and according to that condition, you can do whatever you want. If it is true, you do something else. If it is false, you do something else. Okay. Okay. Now coming back to this double equal. What is this double equal to doing? Okay. So this double equal to is letting us to check some condition with some. So this double equal to is also actually a binary operator. What is this double equal to doing? This double equal to is working on two values. First value is num1 and num2, and second value is 9. So it is comparing two values. Okay, this is, you can say that it is a comparison operator. Okay, so let's check how do this double equal to work. Let me write here, let me write an expression where exp is equal to 1 double equal to 1. What is the meaning of this? Can you tell me? Hello? 1 double equal to 1. What am I trying to check?
Whether 1 is equal to 1 or not, we are checking.
Yes, we are trying to check whether 1 is equal to 1 or not. Okay, so if I write here console.log of exp, it will give us true. You can see here we got true. Okay, and if I write here 1 double equal to 7, I am getting here false. Okay. So this double equal to is checking the, it is comparing the two numbers and it is giving us the true or false. It is giving us an output in the Boolean value. I hope you know about Boolean values. True and false are Boolean values. They have the value type, data type Boolean. Okay. So this double equal to will always give us Boolean output. Okay. It will either give us true or false. Okay. Now, let me do something where exp1 is equal to, let me write something like this, 1 double equal to, I want to compare 1 with 1 but not as a number. Here you can see we compare two numbers, 1 and 7. Here what I'll do, I'll compare one number with a string which is also 1. Okay. Now if I try to print console.log of exp1, what I will get, it is still giving me true. Okay, it is telling us that both the numbers are equal, but it is not able to tell us that something is wrong, that is the data type is different. Okay, so this may cause a big problem somewhere. Okay, so what is this double equal to doing? This double equal to is actually comparing the two values. Okay, it is not checking whether the data type is correct or not. Okay, it is only checking the value. It is not checking the data type, whether the data type is same or not. Okay, so for that what we have is, we have another comparison operator known as the triple equal to or strict comparison operator. Okay, let me write something like this, where exp2 is equal to 1 triple equal to string 1, number 1 triple equal to string 1. This one is of type number, this one is of type string. If you compare this console.log of exp2, this triple equal to is able to check the value as well as the data type. Okay, so this will give us false. Okay, so it is advisable, it is recommended to use the triple equal to wherever possible. Okay, because this double equal to will cause some problems sometimes. It will not let us know whether the data type is correct or not. Okay, so it is better to use this triple equal to wherever we are using, wherever we are trying to compare two values. Okay, so here also num1 plus num2, instead of double equal to, you should use the triple equal to. Okay. Okay. So this is all about the ternary operator and also this comparison operator. Okay, so this comparison operator is comparing two numbers and it is checking for equality. Actually it is known as the equality operator. So what it is checking, whether the two numbers are equal or not. Okay, that means it is comparing whether 1 is equal to 7 or not, 1 is equal to 1 or not, the num1 plus num2 is equal to 9 or not. Okay, so like this we can have other comparison operators as well. So let me write something where exp3 is equal to 1 less than 3. So this is also a comparison operator, the less than operator. So what should I get in the output? Should I get true or false? Can you tell me please? Console.log of exp3. Please tell me what should be the output. Hello?
It's true.
Yeah, it should be true because 1 is less than 3, isn't it? So let's check that. We're getting true. Okay. And if I write here 7 less than 3 is false, isn't it? 7 is not less than 3. So what we'll get? We'll get here false. Okay. So this way, this less than operator can also be used as a comparison operator. But the difference is here we were checking only for equality. That means two numbers are equal or not, but we were not able to check whether one is greater than or less than the other number or not. But for that we have this kind of operators. Okay, so like that we have where exp4 is equal to 7 greater than or equal to 7. This is also another operator. What will I get for this? 7 greater than or equal to 7. What will I get? Will I get true or false? Can you tell me?
True.
True. We'll get true. Isn't
True.
it? Yes, because we are checking we are greater than or equal to, isn't it? Where exp5 is equal to 8 greater than or equal to 23. What will I get here?
False.
False, because 8 is not great, neither greater than 23 nor equal to 23. So that's why we will get here false. Okay. In the same way, we have less than equal to. Okay, less than equal to as well. Like where exp6 is equal to 5 less than or equal to 5 will give us true. Okay, and where exp7 is equal to 5 less than or equal to 7 will give us if I write it will give us true, isn't it? Because 5 is less than or equal to 7. If I write here 3, I'll get false. Okay. Okay, so these are some of the comparison operators we may need. So for comparing two numbers, three numbers, four numbers, we may need this kind of operators. Okay, so I hope these all operators are clear today. So we saw only the mathematic or arithmetic basic operators and some one ternary operator which can be used for comparing, not comparing actually, we can use this for any kind of checking, conditional checking. We can check any condition, we can compare numbers, we can maybe check some other things as well. Okay, so here we are checking for a condition and then we are trying to do something according to the condition. If the condition is true, we are doing something else. If the condition is false, we are doing something else. Okay, and then we saw the comparison operators. We saw the double equal to symbol, we saw the triple equal to operator, what these things are doing. Okay, this is known as equality. This is known as equality comparison. Okay, and this triple equal to is known as strict equality comparison. Okay, this is known as equality, this is known as strict equality, because it is more strict, it is checking the data type as well, not only the value. Okay, and then we saw these comparison operators where we even these are also comparison operators, double equal to, triple equal to, strict equality comparison. Okay, so all these things are part of the comparison operator. Okay, so we'll see more use cases tomorrow. We'll actually whatever we saw today, we'll try to combine all these things tomorrow and we'll try to solve some bigger problems. Okay, for example, check whether a number is divisible by 4 or not, check whether a number is divisible by 7 or not. Okay, like these kind of things we'll see tomorrow. Okay, so that those questions are nothing but a combination of all these operators. We'll combine the comparison operator with ternary operator with modulus operator. Okay, so we'll combine 3-4 operators together to complete those assignments. Okay, so that's it for today. We'll meet tomorrow again with some more use cases. Okay. Okay then.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Got it, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Less than, greater than, those operators check the data type or not, sir?
Sorry.
Less than, greater